Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cozy Corner. It's your girl Jen, and if you're new here, welcome. Just a regular old college student at Kelsey Dominguez. But if you're not new here, guys, welcome back to the channel. My gosh, it's already April. It is the month of flowers, and I'm here over here in this. I won't even lie to you. I was going for like a cute little like floral, springy kind of vibe, and look at me. I'm just like literally black and white black dress with a white choker, and then like gothic-ish style. Like I don't know. It's giving, oh my gosh, what is the mom's name from the Adams family? I'll like have that linked up here. But anyways, guys, it is April, and it is April, and we are actually going to be talking about our April TBR today. Now, technically, we did pull out 4 books. I also read 3 out of the 4 books already, and it's only April 8th. However, we also have a fifth one coming in on like April 8th. I mean, it's shipped on April 8th, but it's the pre-order for one of these books, and it's the last book in the series. And for that reason, I have been going through like all these books, and these 3 books specifically are part of a series, and that last book is coming out this month. So it'll probably be out within, or it'll probably be shipped and arrived by like the maybe next week or the week after. But guys, I won't even lie to you, I've already read through most of these books and I just started the last book today, but that doesn't matter because we're getting through it. And without further ado, let's talk about what we're going to be reading this month. So first we have, well, what we've already read this month. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about what we're reading this month. We're going to talk about first we're going to talk about Love Theoretically by Alia Hazelwood. Now, I won't even lie, guys, this is my first ever like technical romance book. Like if you know me in real life on this channel, I'm a big old fantasy girly. Like I love romantasy. Sarah J. Maas is my favorite author as of late, and I've read a lot of like romantasy type of books for the most part. But this is my first actual romance book without anything else. Like literally typical day. I guess you could call it sapphic fiction. I don't even know what those freaking words mean. Contemporary, sapphic, all that stuff. All I know is this is a regular book in real life that could happen to anybody, honestly. This book, Love Theoretically, follows Elsie, and she is currently working at a college part-time as a physicist, and she's a physicist teacher from what I understand. And she ends up getting this job opportunity and applies for this like high-ranking like job at like MIT basically. And she ends up going for it, and she ends up the hiring manager, interviewer, whatever you want to call her, she contacts her and she's like, "Hey, you've gone through all the interview rounds, you've been doing great, and we want to have like a dinner with you as like a last like interview style like round or whatever the heck." So she's like, "Awesome, cool." So she ends up going to the interview, and upon arrival, she ends up meeting this person that is actually in her, like he ends up popping into her actual life, and she's like, "Wait, what the heck?" Because rewind, she's actually a faux dater, meaning like she's like a rent-a-girlfriend essentially. And so she is currently fake dating one of these clients, and this client has a brother, and the brother and her don't get along, and she's like, "Dang, this guy's an a-hole, and I don't really like him like that. I don't really like him like that." And so turns out that little a-hole of a brother ends up going to this interview, and long story short, they don't end up like, well, it's like dislike to love. I wouldn't say enemies to lovers, but it's definitely dislike to love. They end up having a beautiful story, and guys, chapter 19. Chapter 19, y'all, get your make sure that if you're listening to this on audio, make sure that you have headphones in because it's very spicy, it's very in detail, it's very just ugh. I won't even lie, I was in the middle of working out while listening to this on audiobook. That's why like I binged it within a day or two. And when it got to that scene, I was just like, wait a second, is it hot in here? Am I sweating, or is it this book? Because of what the anyway, highly recommend it. I give it, we're not going to talk about that. I won't even tell you what I rated this because technically this is the TBR for the month of April, and we're not talking about how we ranked the books or how we liked the books or if we didn't like them. That's going to be coming in our April TBR wrap up at the end of the month. But anyway, Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, definitely recommend it. But we're going to pretend like we didn't read it already. So yeah, definitely check her out. First Ali Hazelwood book of the month, of the year, of our lifetime, and we're going to see how we like it. Spoiler alert, I already read it. Anyways, next we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. And I won't even lie, this has been on my TBR for a minute because everybody's been hyping this up because the next book, the last book from what I understand, comes out this month, and it already came out. Today is the Fearless what do you call it? Launch drop date thing. So this is a celebration video also. Yay. So anyways, Powerless is following a, how do I even explain this? We live in a world. No, this isn't a world. No. we are following two people in a world. Oh my god, guys, this is horrible. So basically, in this world, you have two groups of people, and one of these groups of people are like basically ostracized from society. They're actually trying to be like murked off the planet by the king. And two groups of people are the people who are ordinaries, people who don't have power, and people who are elites, who are elites, who do have power. And the elites have power metaphorically, physically, literally, and they believe that the ordinaries are like some sort of contagion that are trying to like wipe out the earth or whatever the heck. So ordinaries bad, elites good, let's go, continue, whatever. Discrimination against the ordinaries is totally cool in this book, and it just kind of sucks. And it's not even just a regular discrimination of like, oh hey, we don't like you because you're ordinary, whatever the heck. It's like literally we're gonna kill you on sight. And so we're following this girl, and her name is Peyton, and she is currently just like, you know, living life in the slums under the radar, because guess what, she's an ordinary, and that is not a spoiler because it's actually in the premise of this book. But when I first picked up this book, I won't even lie, guys, look on the back. It says it says Peyton, thief, ordinary, survivor. I've never been looked at like it's a privilege to be in my presence, an honor to hold my gaze, a gift to get a glimpse of me. Not until I met him. This is from Kai's point of view. He's a prince, an elite, an enforcer. And if I'm in, am I if I'm to be her enemy, I want it to be because she loathes herself for wanting me. And you guys, we're not going to talk about how we liked this book because I really did like this book, but at the end of the month, we're going to talk about how it went because there was some stuff in there that I just, I wanted to wring this author's neck because how the are you going to give us a little? We said we want some seasoning. We're going to give you a little sprinkle of salt, and the rest of it's flat. And then you're just left on a not even a cliffhanger, but that's besides the point. We're not talking about that. Get back on track. We're acting like we've never read these books before. So, anyways, continuing with the story. Peyton is in the slums, and she's currently, you know, trying to live her life under the radar as an ordinary. And so, continuing with that, she ends up accidentally saving the enforcer Kai's life. And so, people who are around her are like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Like this girl just like beat his butt, and like, you know, he just like saved her or whatever, or she just saved him, whatever the heck." So you know what we're gonna do? every year there is a this Hunger Games style like tournament called the Trials. No, it's not called the Trials. We're just gonna call it the tournament, and it's basically the Hunger Games but add like fantasy aspects into the book. But anyway, they end up signing my girl up for these trials, and at the end of it, should she win and not die horrifically, she's gonna get $20,000, and that's great. I love that for her. That's like life-changing money for her. But guess what? She has no chances of winning because guess what? She's an ordinary, and she's just gonna be trying to survive the entire book. But there's more. Every trial, like the night before, there's a ball, and of course, if we're gonna have a ball, we better be having some. Just kidding. So, of course, we're gonna have our two love interests. One of them, obviously, we know is gonna be ending up with her at the end of it. Blah 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 blah. The main love interest, his name is Kai. He has a brother who was actually the prince. They're both the prince's sons, but Kai and what is his name, Kit, are like vying for her attention, and she ends up like totally changing their perspectives about like how, I don't know, just anything. They're just like, oh, she's so great, she's awesome, she's whatever. So sorry. Anyway, Kai, as being the enforcer, is meant to like kill all ordinaries. He's like the executioner of the this kingdom or whatever. So as you can tell, Peyton is scared for her life because if she is found out, Kai will be forced to kill her. So, anyways, that's the premise of the book. Go check it out if you want to. But we're not gonna pretend like I already didn't read it, or already read it. But anyway, after we have Powerful, and without giving anything away, guys, because again, we're pretending like we've never read the power of this book. There is indeed a very significant event that happens at the end of the first book. And I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry because this next book follows a character who has a very significant event happen to them at the end of the first book, and we're following it along tandemly, Powerful with Powerless. And you know at the end of the book, oh, we know at the end of the book that something's gonna happen to this character, and so we're just seeing this character have like a great time and blah blah blah. They end up finding a love interest for themselves, and we're just reading this entire book knowing something really really bad is gonna happen at the end, and without spoiling anything because we're not even gonna pretend if there's a happy ending or not. You're just gonna have to find that for yourself. But I won't even lie, guys. I just finished it this morning. We're not gonna pretend like I finished this morning because again, this is the TBR for the month, not TBR wrap up. Sorry, I got like really emotional, but Powerful follows the best friend, and that's all we're gonna say about it. It's a little novella. It's like a 1.5. I actually did just start this book today. We have Reckless, and this is the second book in the series. And I actually don't really have don't have any idea of what this book is supposed to be about. In the first book, there's like a sort of resistance that is like a plot line of this whole series, and so I'm wondering if just finishing the Powerless book, if that is what is going to ensue in the second book, the official second book, of where like Peyton is like trying to find the resistance and like join up with them to overthrow their kingdom. But meanwhile, she's also being chased down by Kai because some stuff happened and now he's mad at her and now he's gonna kill her and all that stuff. But I don't really want to spoil too much because people who haven't read the first book probably wouldn't know like how the second book is gonna go. But because the third book is coming out this month, just came out today, obviously, as we know. I'm just not really sure like how much I should say. But anyway, Reckless. We're just gonna go ahead and read this little plot synopsis so that you can see. So, even after surviving the purging trials, that's what it's called, the purging trials. After surviving the purging trials as an ordinary, Peyton Gray now finds herself fleeing something far deadlier, conspiring with the resistance and killing the king. Oh yeah, by the way, little plot line, but hey, it's not a plot twist, or no, not a plot twist. It's not a spoiler if you casually read the plot synopsis. So anyway, after swearing loyalty to his brother, or no, conspiring with the oh my god, conspiring with the resistance and killing the king has made her prey to the prince she was once falling for. Remember Kai? It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. After swearing loyalty to his brother, Ilia's new king, Kai Azer's first mission was as enforcer is to hunt down the woman who killed their father, even if it means pursuing Peyton through the deadly scorches and into the hostile city of Door Beyond. But deep in the city without Elise, the balance between hunter and hunted shifts. In the battle between duty and desire can be deadly. Ooh, I won't even lie. That sounds like really awesome because if it's so annoying because I really don't want to spoil anything from the first book or the second little novella thingy, but every character in this book, besides Peyton, unless you're ordinary and whatever the heck, every character has a specific power that's granted to them when they're born or whatever the heck. And Kai's power is pretty significant because his power doesn't exist without other powers around. And I don't want to dive too deep into that because I don't want to spoil anything. But if Peyton is going to the Scorches, which is the desert around their town or whatever the heck, if he's going into the desert to follow after her, there won't be any other ordinaries around because the ordinaries, or there won't be any elites around or anybody with powers around them because people who are ordinary before, so it's a hard thing. So a long ass time ago, the king was like, "Hey, you have like a day to get out of here and cross the scorching desert and be safe or whatever the heck. Because after that, we're gonna like murk you on sight." And so that's like where I'm going with this. So like Kai is gonna be going out into the scorches, and he's not gonna have anybody around him who has powers, and so he's just gonna be by himself. And so therefore, he's basically gonna be an ordinary for the remainder of this book until something changes. But anyway, without further ado, that is going to be the 4 books that I'm going to be reading this month. I will be picking up the 5th one, which is Fearless. I have no idea what that book's about. I'm not even going to include a plot synopsis because this is technically the 4 books that we're reading. We just happen to have a 5th one coming on the way. So, with that being said, that is the end of this video. If you like this video, go ahead and like this video. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I look cute as heck today. But in case you were wondering, yes, I am going out tonight. And yes, I am looking pretty like this for a reason. I'm not just going to be like, oh, let me just put on some makeup and cute stuff and like be cozy and whatever and talk about some stuff. No, we are on a mission. We are on a mission to celebrate somebody's birthday and have some really good food and possible drinks afterwards. But anyways, yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and like this video. Let me know how you like my new mic. Is it too loud? Is it too obnoxious? I just want to know. But go ahead and subscribe. Why am I talking like that? Go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I upload a new video. And that will be all. This college student is gonna go get cute and go eat some good food. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.